So let's jump into this absolutely amazing deck profile. We're going to start off with our egg, and we are indeed running 4 of the new Omnimon. The new Omnimon, of course, does allow us to continue just pinging and ponging across our deck. Nothing too special, he just, when one of your other stacks digivolves, draw 1. Very nice. Omnimon, can't beat him. So, we're getting into the meat of the deck straight away, the essentials. Starting off with 4 of the EX04 Gabumons, and consequently 4 of the EX04 Agumons. I don't know how I'm going to display this on screen. I'll probably do 1 to the left and 1 to the right, but we're running 4 of each. Kind of a necessity. You really need these in your stacks, and we're onto a little bit of a problem as to why in just a few seconds, but they're on play. You reveal the top 3 cards, add 1 card with, in this case on Agumon, a Greymon piece, and 1 card with Garuru or Omnimon in its name, and then place the rest at the top of your deck. I did not realise it was top until I actually started playing this deck properly, but yeah, the cards return to the top of the deck, so even if you don't hit pieces or there's multiple pieces that you want, they go back to the top, so you can start stacking in a way that you want. It's unfortunate if your hand hits 4 Omnimon Alteresses though, and you don't want all of them. That's just unfortunate, but in the case of Gabumon as well, like I said, he takes a Garuru piece and then allows you to take an Agumon, Greymon or Omnimon. So they're kind of searching for each other at the same time, as well as their own pieces. Now, to flesh out our rookie count, after swift deliberations with most of the Manchester lot, I'm running 3 Agumon X Antibody. Now, I'm running this because not only does it go over Agumon for 0, it's also a 0 Digivolution cost across any level 2, and it also allows you to have more search potential if you go onto that Agumon after you've promoted, for example, because it also searches out another Greymon piece. Now again, this is a heavy Greymon search. Not too much we can do for Gabu or Garuru unless we somehow take in a blue base. That's just how it's going to be, unfortunately. But we really need to run black base simply because of our Agumon and Gabumon, which are black. And then ideally I'd want to run 4 Agu X's, but instead I'm running the 1 of BT12, which does the exact same as the Agumon X, except it searches top 4 and pulls out a Tai Kamiya as well as a Greymon or Omnimon piece. The only downside as to why we're not, like I said, is because it's a 1 cost evolution across level 2, as we're not running Koromon eggs. But honestly, the BT12 Agumon, still a very strong contender because it is a black-red, but it also gives plus 1000 DP for the Greymon or Omnimon stack that it is in. Not that bad. Overall we're running, I think that was 12 rookies. Can't complain with it. So, moving on to our level 4s. As you can imagine, we are running 4 of the Garurumon and 4 of the Greymon. My god! These cards, kind of funny. So, when digivolving, one of your other stacks may digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Garurumon in its name. If you do, by this effect, reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. That makes the level 4 evolution free. That's insane. Insanity. Garurumon consequently also does the same, but instead it allows you to digivolve into a Greymon piece. Not only that, the inheritance on both of these are reboot. What is going on? You're giving a black level 4 reboot. That's insane in my opinion. Now to top off our level 4s, we are of course running 2 BT12 Greymons. This is because not only does it cost 2 off of an Agumon, but his when digivolving effect, if you do not have a tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name in play, you may play 1 card with Tai Kamiya in its name. That is crucial. Tai Kamiya in name, not exactly Tai Kamiya. We'll get into that once we reach our tamers, but as you can imagine, if you've already done research on the deck, there is indeed a new card that has Tai Kamiya in name. Those are our level 4s though. Again, his inheritance the same as the BT12 Agumon, If it has an Omnimon or a Greymon in name, gain plus 1000. So that's our level 4s. On to the level 5s. Once again, would it really be Omni Ping Pong if we didn't run 4 of the Wegaruru and 4 of the Metal Grey? Both of these cards has the same effect as their level 4 counterparts on their when digivolving. May digivolve into one of the opposite, level 6 or lower. Reduce the cost by 2 if you do by this effect. Strong, you're bouncing backwards and forwards across your deck the entire time. Not only that, but these cards have native blocker as well as inherited blocker. That is crucial for your stacks. You want your stacks to try and live, but even then, if you need to sacrifice off the stack, do it. Stop the chip, honestly. It's the best way forward. Not much else to talk about on the level 5s. But our level 6s, would it really be Omni Ping Pong if you didn't run an amount of Blitz Greymon? I run 3. I've seen a lot of people still running 4. I just think that this deck is very top end heavy. Especially with all of the Omnimons you run. But I also plan to run 3 Crescaruru. Currently I only have 2, so I'm only having to run 2. But yes, I want to run 3 Crescaruru as well. So, let's start with Cress itself. Its effect, it is Digivolve for 3 off of Wegaruru. When Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. Choose any number of your opponent's Digimon that add up to a play cost of 6 and return them to the bottom of the deck. Or, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon with Greymon in its name from your hand without paying the Digivolution cost. Or, this Digimon may DNA Digivolve with one of your other stacks. Now let's look at Blitz Greymon's counterpart. Digivolves for 3 off of Metal Greymon. When Digivolving, activate one of the effects below. Digivolve 1 on 3 of your opponent's Digimon. One of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower with Garurumon in name, or you may DNA Digivolve with one of your other Digimon into a Digimon in your hand. Fun. Now, the inheritance on these guys. Blitz Greymon's inheritance is if this Digimon has Omnimon in name, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Min, you're doing more chips. Love to see it. Basically a 2-check Omnimon hit. Crescaruru, if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the owner's deck. A level 5, fam? What do you mean, Bandai? You're telling me I can return a level 5 to the bottom of the deck? I need it. It saved me so hard yesterday, but unfortunately, well, yesterday being my locals day, but unfortunately, I still did not come victorious at my locals. Now, on to the meat and potatoes of the deck. The Omnimon Alter S. I run 3 of these beautiful alternate arts. Alter S, obviously, DNAs off of a blue and a red Digivolution source. Not only that, he does not care if he DNAs, I must be honest. So, Digivolving straight into him for 6 is also an option. But his when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8000 DP or less, and return one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon to the bottom of the owner's deck. Crazy! You're telling me I delete and bot deck? Insane. Not only that, but all turns, when this Digimon will leave the battle area other than by your own effects, play 1 Blitz Greymon and or 1 Crescarurumon from this Digimon's Digivolution source without paying the costs. Then place this Digimon at the bottom of your security stack. So, this covers if you were to get bounced to your hand, if you were to get bot decked, if you were to be deleted straight up, if you were to be tucked under something by the effect of, say, Bagramon or Aristotramon Superior Mode. This card fully protects itself. Well, I say it protects itself. It fully protects you from taking a chip, from losing everything, from... and it gives you recovery 1, basically, even though it goes at the bottom of the stack. But this card is insane and crucial to the deck. There is arguments that you could start running 4, but for the 6s that I run, I don't need 4. Now, on to the second best card, Omnimon Alter B. This card allows you to digivolve over a card with Omnimon in its name. So this card can go over Blitz Omni. It is 5 evolution, it's 2 for that, sorry, but it is a 5 evolution over a level 6. So going over your Crest Garurumon or your Blitz Greymon is also an option. When digivolving, de-digivolve 3 one of your opponent's Digimon. Then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon that add up to play cost of 6 and delete them. Strong effect. The only lackluster thing I feel is having to select the play cost of 6. Now then, Alter B's second effect. When attacking, by trashing up to 3 level 6 or higher cards in this Digimon's Digivolution sources, among your opponent's Digimon and Tamers, delete 1 with the lowest play cost for each card trashed. If you trash 3 cards, trash 2 of your opponent's security. Amazing. This is your win condition, or more than likely your win condition, because of the trashing 2 security. If you've DNA'd into your Omnimon Alter S, you're more than likely going to have 3 level 6s in your stack, in your Digivolution sources, so you're going to want to trash off those 3. Is it yeah, by trashing 3 level 6, level 6 or higher. So you're gonna want to be doing that. To make a most optimal stack, we run 1 Merciful Mode, Omnimon Merciful Mode. Digivolve for 3 if name contains Omnimon. We all know what Merciful Mode does, it's been around for a while. But when digivolving, for each card with Mega in its traits in this Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Then place 10 cards from your opponent's trash at the bottom of their deck in any order. That hurts Billsmon, honestly. So if you're up against a Billsmon, go into that Merciful Mode. It's highly worth it. However, we run the Merciful Mode simply for the start of your turn effect. So this card's been out on the field for 1 turn. At the start of your next turn, trash the top card of this Digimon. So you get rid of the Merciful Mode. That's it. Your stack remains. If you do, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So you're burning yet another one. And if you've got Alter B underneath, you're burning 1, swinging, trashing the 3, burning another 2, doing the check. That's, what, 4, 5? 4, 5 damage? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing 4, you're checking 4. And that's just insane. So those are all of the Digimon that I run. Quite a lot of Megas, as I said. This deck is very top heavy, but it is balanced out by the ability of the bottom end, so we cannot complain in the slightest. To balance this out, our Tamers, we run 2 Nokia. A great Tamer, because it not only allows you to play an Agumon or Gabumon for free, after you've paid her cost, of course, but her main effect is when digivolving into a Digimon from in your hand that contains Garurumon, Omnimon, or Greymon in its name, excluding Doru, burning, and all of them stipulations. You may suspend this Tamer to reduce the memory cost of that Digivolution by 1. If you have 2 of them, you tap, reduce by 2. That's a free level 4 evolution. Excuse me. On top of that, we run 2 of the BT12 Taigamias. At the start of your turn, and on play, one of your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name gets plus 1000 DP and gains Blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Not only that, but during your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with Greymon in its name, so much Digi, by the way, Greymon or Omnimon in its name, but suspend this Tamer, gain 1 memory. You're reducing the cost further. So if you have all 4 of these Tamers out, you're reducing a Digivolution by 4 basically. However, even if the Digivolution is free, you can tap the tie to still gain the memory, unlike the Nokia, which just reduces. A very strong Tamer. Literally, can't fault it. It's a nice little tech. But the glue that sticks this deck together is Matt Ishida and Tai Kamiya from EX04. The blue-red Tamer. Now, I do only run 2. This is my personal opinion. I've not had any problems with it. I see this card when I need it, either at the beginning of the game or 1 or 2 turns in. Always get it down as quickly as I can. I know that running 3 or even 4 is more optimal, just because it allows for you to get it more consistently and all that. It would replace one of the Nokias, or even potentially the black memory boost that I'm about to show you. But again, I've had no problems, I can't fault it, and I just enjoy... I don't mind running 2. But its effect is, you may play... when you play an Agumon or Gabumon, suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. Now, its other effect, its once per turn effect, when one of your Digimon digivolves, if you have 1 or 0 Digimon, I don't know how you have 0, but it's 1 or fewer. If you have a Gabumon that digivolves into... No. If you're digivolving into Greymon, you may play 1 Gabumon from trash or hand. If you're digivolving into Garurumon, you may play 1 Agumon from trash or hand. Not only that, the effect then start proccing. So your Garurumon effect to digivolve into a Greymon still procs as well. Then all of your ties go off, then all of your rookies go off, then your Sunamon goes off, all of that sort of good stuff. But it's the meat and glue that allows you to start pinging and ponging. This is why the deck is called Ping Pong Omni. Now, to finish us off, we are on 2 options, but this might just drop down to the 1, as I've just discussed. Black Memory Boost. Everything in this deck is a black card. You have no reason not to run it, unless you just have everything else filled out. We know what Black Memory Boost does, I don't need to explain it. It's just a nice searching tool. But the other tech option is the AIDS, I don't know, Beast Blade and Shining Dragon Bullet. Now this card, it's a 3 cost. If you already have a Crest Garurumon and you have an Agumon on the field, you can digivolve that Agumon, ignoring requirements, straight into Blitz Greymon. Vice versa as well. If you already have a Blitz and you have a Gabu on field, Gabu can go straight into Crest. For 3, by the way. You don't have to pay its play cost, but this option is a 3 cost. A security effect, you may play 1 Gabumon or Agumon from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then add this option card to hand. Strong. It's a nice emergency, I need to get my stack. And that's the deck. Honestly, I've had too much fun playing this deck. I can't fault it, other than it just being a super high roll deck. And as we all know, high rolls don't always work. I'd love to say that it would be a higher tier, but alas, I don't think it is. A neat little tech card that you could put in instead of a Nokia or something is the BT5 Tie and Mat. Now, I've tried sciencing this card. It's not for me personally. I just don't see a reason to be able to get it down. And off of the Greymons, I'm more than likely always going to be playing my blue and red tamer. So I don't have a reason to really get this Mat and Tie down. However, it is good because at the start of your turn, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, you gain 2 memory. Can't fault it. However, during your turn, all of your Digimon with Omnimon gain security attack +1. So that combo that we spoke about earlier where we're burning, we possibly don't even need to use Merciful Mode at that point. Because we swing with Alter B, get the trash off of the Blitz that's in the stack, trash the 3, therefore we're burning 2 security, and then we're checking the last 2 security. The only problem is we still can't get that finishing hit, and that is the crucial bit. If there was a way to easily get the finishing hit, then this deck would be a mega set. Like, I cannot fault it. But that is just a nice tech card that I wanted to add. Jump into a quick little combo. We're going to assume that you have done your turn 1 and you have got this stack. We've got the Gabu in the back, or the Agumon. We've got something in raising that is a rookie, and we've got our Mat and Tie down. So what we're going to do at the start of our turn, we're going to raise up, and we're going to Digivolve into either Greymon or Garurumon. For this case, we'll just stick with the Gabu line and go into Garurumon for 2. What we'll then do is we'll activate the Mat and Tie to be able to play the opposite one from our hand. Therefore, we'll play the Agumon from our hand. We tap the Tamer to gain 1 memory. The Agumon then does the search, yada yada yada. We get our pieces. It is what it is. The Garurumon then allows us to Digivolve into Greymon for 0. Not only that, we gain 1 memory and we draw 1 card. So we're back to equal, we're back to where we started basically. The Greymon then lets us Digivolve into Garurumon for 1. However, off the Agumon we gain 1. We're back net 0. The Garurumon allows us to Digivolve into Metal Greymon for 1. Okay, we're now -1. What a shame. Not only that, the Garurumon then lets us go into Cress for 1 because we've gone over a Garuru. Not only that, the Cress lets us go into Blitzgray for 0. Blitzgray's effect allows us to Jogress it up all the way to, wrong one, Alter S. There's too many cards in this stack. I can't do anything. That whole evolution only cost us 1 memory, by the way. Maybe 2 actually. 2 memory, by the way. Not only that, you can then swing. Blitz burns 1, you do the check, and you're bouncing a level 5 or lower to the bottom of the deck. But not only that, if you still had 2 memory, for example, if your opponent isn't playing a heavy delete deck, then you're okay to do this. But if they're playing a heavy delete deck like Billsmon, for example, you're probably going to want to stay in Alter S. But here we can Digivolve for 2 into Alter B. Alter B can then swing, burn 1, it can then trash its sources, burn 2 more, and possibly swing for game at that point. This deck is wildly insane. That's just a quick little combo. But what's even funnier is you can go into Alter B on top of Alter B. I don't have enough space on my desk. Because Alter B can go over a Digimon with Omnimon in name, it can go over Alter B again. Not only that, what you can do then, if you're in your second Alter B, you can swing, trash the Cress, Alter S and Alter B, and you still have the Blitz Greymon in there for next turn to trash 1 more security from the security stack. But not only that, if I can find the card, you can go into Merciful mode after that as well. Just because you can. What's even funnier is if you have more Alter Bs, you can build that stack even further. The further the stack goes, the funnier this deck gets. And this is why I absolutely love this deck. Just off of 2 pieces, off of being set to 1 memory or 2 memory, you're able to do all of this and secure a win. But like I said before, this is a high roll deck, so there's no guarantees, and it does brick more often than not. But if it happens, you feel like a goddamn beast.